Good afternoon, YouTube and Instagram. Got you guys both started at the same time here. Let me make a quick adjustment. Saturday morning. I tried to get out a lot earlier than I actually did today. Gaysound, what's going on? It took me a little extra time to actually get my morning started. I think there we go. Okay, all right, everything looks fine on the YouTube side. Let me know if audio is having any issues on the YouTube side. I'll see what I can do. Ultra Magnus, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I tried to get a nice early morning live stream going, but my early morning did not cooperate with me. So a 10 a.m. start is as good as it's gonna get for today. So, anyways, if you're just tuning in, let me know what you guys are drinking. We'll talk about what tea I'm drinking. We'll talk about discounts and stuff that will go with that. But I want to grab a couple. See if there's anybody else around here that wants to join us. Who is up for tea this fine Saturday morning? Anybody doing anything fun today? What we got? Right. Let's see. It always makes everything bounce when I do that. It's all good. Okay, there we go. Couple people. Everyone else is probably sleeping in today too. Bam. Nice. Okay, right. So day 2 Black Friday live streams and extra teas and discounts. Drinking Daydream today, and I haven't had Daydream in a little while, so I'm kind of excited about it. Ultra Magnus, the wife is putting up the Christmas decor, and you're brewing fucha. That's the way to do it. Nice, that's awesome. Are you brewing her some tea as well, or are you just sitting back and watching her get all the work done? This is Daydream. It's been a minute since I've tried Daydream, but this is a blend. When did we put this together? This is a while ago. Gorgeous art on this one too. What do we got? Give me a sec here, guys. I'm a little bit behind the curve. This featured some awesome art. I got turned on my music just to scratch. There we go. This features some really fun art by Stasia Burrington. I actually have it. Where's it at? I've got it around here somewhere. It's sitting up there. It's fun art by Stasia Burrington. It was very, this is a Huckeye-based blend, and this was, I sent her a picture of the tea gardens in Huckeye. Huckeye has awesome black pigs that run just all over the place, and then the idea of just kind of fully immersing yourself in that tea garden, like you're just soaking in a teapot, brewing yourself. Gathering Birds Tea, early live tea today. Early for me. I tried starting it at 9 o'clock. That didn't work. I was trying to get up earlier than that. It just none of that worked. It's tough. My mornings are tough. Anyways, one sec here. Yeah, I just want to check on one thing on the YouTube live. Yep. Yeah, Teologia, that was the idea. I was hoping to get up a little earlier so that I could have some get some people show a little Europe love. So that was the idea, at least. And I was trying to get up even earlier, but it just didn't work. So the idea with the Black Friday weekend sale live streams is that everything that we're brewing on stream is also on a special extra discount. So everything on the site is just automatically 15% off. So the champagne drip with the join. Heard you're in Seattle. Is that right? I saw you had a post. Had a post. You're up in Seattle, or over in Seattle, or wherever in Seattle. Right. So the deal with Black Friday sale discounts, Black Friday live stream is that whatever I'm brewing on stream is also for an additional discount. So we will be brewing Road Trip, the shou, pu'er, and Daydream, and so if you wanted some extra cakes in your order, you can use the code livestream at checkout when you add these cakes in, and get them for an additional 10% off. Champagne drip, you're just in for the night. Next time you have to check it out. Yeah, stop by. Next time you're in Seattle, man, hit me up. Stop by and have some tea with us. I would absolutely love that. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Right, so let's get started on some tea. This is a Mark Moeller teapot. Mark Moeller made this when he was working, when he was living and working and studying clay in Seattle. And these were super cute. We actually had him make a bunch of these for us before he left to study in Taiwan. And I loved the size. I loved the shape. He puts a lot of care and thought and attention into his teapots. And this one is mine. This is a really nice one. Opportunity. How do you feel about clay boiling kettles? Like boiling kettle. I mean, like the ones that you put over charcoal or something like that. One of those ones. What are you talking about? Which clay boiling kettles? I don't have anything. If it's what I think you're talking about, yeah, I don't have any problems with that with clay boiling kettles. It's just a little bit extra work. Usually to get it to work, or to get it to heat up just right. I'm totally fine with using metal, but if you've got the time and the wherewithal, and you can take the time to heat them up slowly. I think it's the same with like the iron Tetsubine ones. Clay kettles, you'd boil your water in, whether it's over coal or like a stove. Yeah, I mean, if you've got the time for it and the wherewithal, I think it just takes a little extra attention. But if you're looking for like that next edge to make your tea experience something awesome, sure, why not? Do you have one? Or you looking to get one? And TLOG, your friend got one years ago. Used it once. It was just too much of a hassle to get it to work. All right, switching things up a little bit. Going fancy with our Song Dynasty Genjan Broken Bowl filter, which is a absolute favorite of mine. I really love this. Small little guy today, so we're not gonna put that much leaf in there. I'm gonna aim for. We had fun doing a guessing game yesterday. We'll do the same thing today. I'm gonna break off a chunk of what I think is 5 grams of tea, then I'll weigh it, and we'll see how close I get. Then we'll see how close everybody else gets with their guesses. All right, there we go. I'm guessing that's 5 grams of tea. Right there. Any other guesses before I throw it on the scale and see what this is? 5 is just about right for this little pot. So let's see. Any guesses? 6.3 by Gathering Birds Tea. We'll see what it is. All right, I've got it. I've got the final numbers. EG Pop says it looks heavy. Any other guesses? Any other guesses? Well, with the stream. Trent Clifton, what's going on, man, on the YouTube? He says 8 grams. Turns out it's 5.6. So I was 0.6 grams off of my goal, but that's pretty close. That's pretty close. So some pretty good guesses. 6.3 is pretty close as well. 0.7 grams off. I was only 0.6 grams off. Some pretty close guesses today. All right, it's fun. I like doing that. I often just don't even use the scale, but sometimes it's kind of fun to see how close you are to what you're hoping to put in there. Sometimes you'll find that you're wildly off. And it's fine, you can work through it in the stream, but nice, 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 nice. So how's your Saturday going, everyone? Only Ultra Magnus told me what they're drinking. He said he was drinking some fucha. Is anyone else out there? Anyone else out there drinking some tea this morning? Gathering birds. What are you drinking today? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it by. You're gonna get it by the last day of my live streams. There's never gonna be a last day of my live stream. I'm gonna be live streaming forever, man. Opportunity. These days, if you're not tasting for tasting notes, open lid, shove it in, tub brim, brew. Yeah, that's generally my my style for most things. But sometimes I want to just focus a little bit more. Guys, my eyes are still closed. I didn't get to sleep till super late last night, so it's my fault. Yeah, just not a big morning person in general. And yeah, I did find out that my TV can play video games without me having a video game console, so that's a dangerous thing, because I was just intentionally not buying video game console, and I spent like 4 hours playing Cyberpunk 2077 last night. Whew, there we go. Daydream's nice. It's a really nice blend. Hakai in general is just gorgeous material, and I've always just been very happy with everything that we got from Hakai, and this is just from the very first time we got it, just a super mellow brew. Gathering Birds Tea, drinking a Manjing 2024 from Rivers and Lakes. Nice. Using 5 grams in a 60 ml thin porcelain gaiwan. I love little tiny gaiwans. That's gotta be an itty bitty one. Gathering Birds, you were inspired to go hotter temps after listening to your live yesterday. Oh yeah, man, especially for pu'erh tea. Boiling is everything. 212 crew, man. You just you control the experience with quicker steep times, and it doesn't have to be the way you always brew things. But once you get used to brewing pu'erh tea at boiling, it's all good, man. It's just it just doesn't feel right when I brew pu'erh tea at lower temperatures anymore. It just because sometimes I'll try it, I'll do some experiments and see what it is, and it just feels. The tea just feels unalive, I guess. Gathering Bird's been doing about 200, 205, but doing 212 now. Nice. Yeah. See. Let me know how it is. H.A. Holiday. Maybe some Midas Touch. Brewing some Midas Touch today. That's a nice one. It'll cut through the cold enough. Is it pretty cold where you're at? We actually have sun for one of the first days this month, which is wild. It's been ridiculously wet and cold and overcast in Seattle, which is not uncommon. It just when you go that long, yeah, 38 degrees outside right now. That's not too bad. I'm gonna take the kids and Christmas tree hunting. Oh, you've got a cold to cut through your cold. Ibazingo with the live stream join, brewing up some Naka. Yeah, I wanted to intentionally do an early morning live stream just so that I would have the chance for people who don't normally get into a live stream to be able to get into a live stream. Woodland Wizard with the join. What are you drinking today? Hey, Holiday, I'm sorry about your cold, man. Turn the music down, There we go. I do like this little pot. I don't brew with it very often. Mark's got a really cute way of making little spouts, and I like them. This is such a tiny little teapot. Yeah, I still remember when we were doing Fridays, on Friday afternoons we were doing tea tastings at the old tea shop in Burien, Phoenix Tea, which is long gone. Unfortunately, I need to pick a cup. You know what? Since it's Mark, I'll go with a cup made by Mark. So, bowl made by Mark, a cup made by Mark, teapot made by Mark. Mark. Nice. Alex the Rock Hound, what's going on, man? This morning you're having a hojicha karigane. That sounds fun. That's a fun little tea to get you going. Nice, yeah. So this is Daydream, and I don't even remember what year we put this together now. 2018? Yep, good guess. 2018. Hey, Holiday, what clay did you say that was? I don't know what the clay was that he used for this. This was this wasn't a special clay. He would have got this from some generic pottery shop. So, but it's a very earthy clay with it's very thick, lots of particulate in it. But this is his Lizella clay. Lizella is a city in Georgia, and so he mixes this clay in with something else to stiffen it up, as far as I remember. And then it's nice. It has a really cool purpley essence to it. I like the Lizella clay. I can show it after I drink it. But I also have a teapot that's made that Mark made. That's from the same clay, same firing, which is kind of fun. So cup and teapot from the same thing is always kind of fun when you can pull that off. You know, sometimes you drink a tea that you haven't had in a long time. Just instantly familiar. This one's got like the beginnings of a aged hint on it. I thought I had some. I think we're all sold out of it in Seattle. So, like I said earlier, the deal with the Black Friday sale live streams, anything that I'm drinking on stream is available for discount. I just got to double check. I think I set that discount code up wrong. Activate. There we go. Awesome. Any of the teas that we're drinking on stream, which is right now Daydream and Road Trip. After this, these teas are available for an additional 10% off using the code livestream at checkout. So if you're looking for a little something extra special, Solnick Net NC, thanks for joining us. Alex DeRockan says Road Trip is real nice. Road Trip is really nice. It's a really delicious little tea. In hindsight, I would have made the brick a little bit thicker. I'll show you why when we actually get to brewing that. So, but I like to brew sheng first, kind of brings the mood up, and then bring shou afterwards. Not to bring the mood down, but just to kind of balance things out a little bit. So, have you guys got Christmas trees yet? Is that something you guys do in your family? We'll be trying to. We've got such little usable light this time of year in Seattle. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be tight trying to get a tree before the sun sets after this. Thicken the brick in? Sure, man. And I did. We did thicken the brick in on when we did Imperial Grade. It makes all the difference. 250 gram brick versus a 200 gram brick literally makes all the difference when it comes to actually opening up the brick. 200 gram bricks. It's a really nice little shape. It's a good price point to be able to sell 200 grams versus 250 grams, but it's just so hard to break it open. It's just so thin. Hey, Holidays, remember tasting both of these way back and liking them. It's been a while. It's been a while. More than half a decade. Like I remember, honestly, I think probably, if I had to guess, the best year of our business was probably 2018. Everything just, 2018, 2019, everything was just like, it's good. It's like, it's really good. You know, we'd been in the business like 5 years, figured out a bunch of like kinks, worked stuff out, you know, was able to buy some really awesome material, put together some good blends, got some nice art, and everything was just like doing great. Had really great sales that year. And then the COVID stuff, man, it's like once like COVID started like weaseling its way into everything, it's still just been kind of tricky to recover from that. Hey, Holiday, either needs to be thick enough to hold and pry apart or thick enough to snap like a hard cookie. Exactly. And it's just, the Road Trip is just in that awkward space between thin enough to break and thick enough to get a pick in. So unfortunately. Alex says compaction is interesting engineering. You can only compact soft material of a certain thickness before you need to do it in multiple steps layers. You run into that a lot in civil engineering. That's right. Alex D. Rockhound is our resident mining engineer. So if you guys have any questions about rocks or mining, he's the man. He's also looking for a mining job. If any of you have relatives that own an industrial mine in the United States, continental U.S. No, you'll go to Alaska, right? Canada, you work Canada, Mexico, North America. Can we just say generically North America, Alex? Where Alex is looking for work, guys. It's a good miner. DJ Wicket Basket with the join. What's going on, DJ? Nice. This is just that good shungish essence from Huckeye. Huckeye is the garden where ran right into that king cobra, nearly. Almost from this exact same garden. Hi, Bazinga. Miner. I hardly knew her. Good one. Alaska, Canada would be hard due to visas. Alaska's good. Canada is a little bit tricky. Even just trying to run a business in the U.S. but going to a festival in Canada. Terrible. It's don't do it. Hey, to Holiday, gotta run. Tag you in my stories later, man. I appreciate you tuning in. It's always nice to have you as part of the conversation. The live streams are a lot more fun when people are posting questions or conversations, different threads. This tea is so smooth and creamy in this step. Daydream is I like on the live streams. It's kind of balanced between posting fun new stuff that I'm working on, and then trying to dig through the archives and find something cool and interesting that I've done in the past. Don't do it, bud. My son's trying to poke his head around. Just hang out over there, man. Yeah. So, but I like digging into the archives, finding stuff that I haven't had in a while. And in Daydream, I haven't had in a long time. The Daydream blend was slightly nicer materials than we put into some of our other blends. And that's such an awkward thing to say. I don't mean to say like nicer material, but like sometimes you've got the option to get some just slightly more expensive material that might be awesome for different reasons. Put that into a blend, but it makes the final cake just a little bit more expensive. Bazinga joining on the Instagram. Which one's better, Instagram or YouTube? Which one is it? I've been liking the way the YouTube one works. I'm happy that I've gotten the YouTube thing down and settled and working, so I can do both at the same time. And then I think it's a little bit easier for people to. Once the Instagram live stream is done, people can see it on the feed for a little while, but then it's Oh, hey, I forgot I got a Jen Shui clay necklace on too. Yeah, the YouTube video looks better. It's a much better camera that I have. On Instagram, it's just the front-facing camera on my iPad, which is like a 5-year-old iPad now, and so it's not very high resolution. Contrast isn't as right. So you're right about that. But I think it's easier to find older content on YouTube. So hopefully people will continue to watch some of the live streams over the years. Stuff on Instagram, it's just like once it's outside of like the main suggested feed, stuff's gone. No one will ever find it again. So. Allosaurus Tex, thanks for the join. Are you drinking anything today? We're drinking Road Trip Sheng pu'erh tea from Huckeye. Tiny Teapot Crew. It's funny. So we've been buying teapots in Zhenshui for 11 years now. Trent says YouTube lets you do other things on your phone while you're watching. That's right. Yeah, Instagram, it's full screen and only that or nothing. I forgot. That's nice. So that's a cool bonus feature. Also, YouTube works on like TVs and stuff, which Instagram doesn't. So first time we went to Zhenshui, we just we just bought teapots, pre-made ones, and we bought some really nice cherry blossom ones, just a handful, maybe like 10 or 15 pots, just some really interesting ones. It was like, this is really nice. I like this teapot. And then we bought them, and then we put them on the site. And of course, you know, like they sold out pretty quick. And then we went back, and that's when we started doing our own custom orders. And I didn't realize that you could do that. So we found some potters that were willing to put some stuff together in our specifications to our exact dimensions. And it was funny because they all made fun of me. They're like, dude, why are you making these tiny teapots? Genshui teapots back then were almost always like 200 ml would be like a average size. 150 would be like way too small. It's like nobody was doing like little tiny, you know, like 50, 60 gram teapots. And so we put in our order, and I'm like, man, if you guys can do it, that's what we want. And when he got it, he's just like, he was sitting there just like laughing at me. He's like, so like Americans have like really tiny fingers? You guys need you need little tiny handles? I was just like, dude, no, it's just, I mean, people in America they're generally brewing by themselves. You don't need a 200 gram teapot to brew gong fu by yourself. It was just a really funny conversation. But then, like, once people started seeing that he was making these tiny teapots, like, he was like selling them at crazily. He was even selling the ones that we had made. He's just like, dude, your teapots have been selling you so well. I'm like, what do you mean my teapots have been selling so well? Like, those are my teapots. Like, I made them. Like, why are you selling my teapots? I was kind of frustrated about that. Learned interesting things about how Genshui economics works. Yeah, they always make more teapots, and then they'll give you exactly what you asked for in your order, and then anything else they just sell. So it's just like, now I realize now it's like I've got to make sure that I get all of them, especially ones that are stamped with our name and stuff on there. So, but the thing is, in Genshui, you can find tons of places selling really cute tiny teapots now, and so I don't know if that's exactly because of my influence, but probably a little bit, tiny bit. DJ Wicked Basket. Years after purchase, you still use a black wide brim Genshui as your main pot. They're nice. It's nice clay, man. It really is. Great pot, easy to clean, retains heat well. I absolutely a fan of our Genshui, and I'm just stoked to be able to go back there every year and get more. Alex DeBrocken says, you have big hands. You would definitely want a larger loop on the mini teapots. Well, the thing is, you never stick your finger in the hole, so you pinch it, right? This is perfect. Just you pinch it. You don't actually have to like get a finger in there. So, I mean, I don't have large hands, but these little teapots work great. Perfect size. Finger here. Whole bunch of different ways to hold it. But yeah, you just basically just give it a little pinch. I mean, you can get bigger ones if you want. I'm not telling you what to get, but don't knock the small pots, man. Small pots are fun. So smooth. This tea is just so smooth. I mean, I know the clay is helping, but Hakai, man. We always try and get some Hakai material every year. Hakai, I just can't not. I'm just an absolute sucker for Hakai teas. And Hakai is Hakai solidly in the Bulong region, and Bulong is generally known as having like really aggressive teas. But Hakai is just a gentle giant. Price on the pricier end, just because of name recognition, and also there's just an insane amount of old trees there. Check out my YouTube video of Hakai. Just walking through, it's just like gushu everywhere. Love Hakai. Trent Clifton, searching for a small Genshui pot was how you found us a few years ago. Nobody else seemed to have them. That's great. I'm glad that you did, because I love. In fact, if anything, it's swinging back. People are starting now to look for more larger Genshui pots, and so we ended up settling on averaging our pots in the 80 to 120 ml range. And when you're putting together like a really big pot order, you're going to get a lot of variation. It's hard to, order 100 exactly 80 ml pots. So you end up getting stuff depending on how they carve it and carve the inside and clean it all out, you end up the variation can be pretty huge. So we usually end up trying to. It's also really hard to go in and like hand measure like 500 pots and sell them at exactly the ml that they are on the site. So we generally try and have like a target range, and then it's usually in that area. And I know some people aren't usually as excited about that, but it's just on those larger order of pots, we just can't. I usually try and lump them into roughly categories by 10 ml, but it just takes a long time, a lot of extra work. Alex Durakin says you picked up a. Hey, that's right. You picked up a small titanium small pot for camping. You wanted something that was safe to get dropped. Yeah. How's that? How's your little Thai pot been working out for you? If you're just joining on the Instagram, let me know what you're drinking today. Laniette, Linanem, and Pajide. Thanks for checking us out. The thing I don't like about the YouTube interface is I don't get a notification when people actually join. So I need to make sure that people say hi or do a little something when they hop on the Instagram. Alex Rock on it gets really hot. Yeah. That titanium is an incredible conductor of heat for sure. Hi Bazinga, is your first I Ching teapot was 180 ml. The amount of show I went through was staggering. That's a big pot. That's a big pot. That's pretty much what my first I Ching pot was, somewhere around in the neighborhood of probably 200-ish. And yeah, I drank a lot of show through that pot. I still have it up there somewhere. Yeah, it was it was not a pretty pot. It was just it was an absolute workhorse. I got it for a deal. Tea shop in Chinatown in Seattle had it, and it's nice. I mean, I used it exclusively for a whole year just for show. Brewed a lot of show with that pot. Excuse me, guys. Whew. Alex says, as far as metals go, titanium is a bad conductor, but compared to clay, hugely conductive. Silver is probably the best tea conductor. Yeah, no, silver is silver teapots will get wicked hot if you're putting 212 in. That silver pot's going to be also going to be 212. It's just they're hot. But I love it. Ultra Magnus says 90 to 113 ml is usually your pot sizes. That's a really good, decent size for solo brewing. Absolutely. Alex says silver solder is often used for thermal conduction. Yep. This tea's in such a great little space right now. I'm enjoying it. Enjoying it very much. I think I'm gonna do one more big steep of the sheng, and then I'm gonna pop over into some shou, brew up some road trip. Dijaja Schmel, thank you for joining us. Alex says during the Manhattan Project, they took hundreds of tons of silver from Fort Knox to make electromagnets to enrich uranium. That's a pretty cool bit of history there. I like little bits of history like that. Whew, man. When they were done, they melted it back down into bars and returned it to the treasury. That's actually kind of hilarious. So they just borrowed some silver for a while to enrich uranium, and then they gave it back. That's awesome. Benoit Raffon, thank you for joining us. You drinking any tasty teas today? Drinking a sheng and a shou. We'll get the show up. We'll get the show up next. We'll get the show on the road trip. Nice. Anyways, I was talking about playing video games earlier. It's kind of fun. I haven't had the chance to do the video game thing in a while, and I am incredibly pleased and amazed at how well cloud gaming works now, because I don't have a gaming console anymore. I can't really afford one. But like cloud gaming just works so good. It just blows my mind. Get the show on the road. That's right, buddy. Ibazinga says medieval alchemists would have been jealous. Dude, medieval alchemists are they are literally magicians. I mean, I understand that's in the term, even alchemy, but you know, I grew up like playing video games, you know, where, you know, you'd have like some sword and you wanted to like upgrade the sword, so you'd take the upgrade, you know, take it to like some, you know, like forge magician person, and you'd bring him all sorts of stuff and he'd like do some things, and all of a sudden you've got like a better sword. And I always just thought that was just like goofy fantasy stuff, but it's not. It's just like it's like the process. Like once I started getting into metallurgy and learning how like metals work, the process for case hardening steel is literally magic. You just take some crushed animal parts and mix it up with some other stuff and fire it with your metal, and it just makes the surface exterior, hardens the exterior of the metal. And so it's like, once I noticed that, I was like, shoot, man, that's what those people were doing. I mean, like, they were applying what they thought was just like magic by using weird stuff and animal parts, but like literally being able to make steel stronger, make your sword stronger by taking it to some mage. It's crazy. Jared McFarlane, good morning, the Crimson Lotus crew. I made it up. I tried really hard. My goal was to get a 9 a.m. live stream going. Didn't even come close. I woke up early enough to be able to schedule the live stream for an hour earlier, but then I woke up like at the same time that I said it was going to start. Hadn't eaten or anything, and so had to cancel my first scheduled live stream, guys. So sorry about that. If you saw that there was going to be a live stream at 9, if that popped up on your feed and then you didn't get it, I do apologize for that. Gathering Herbs Tea, new for 2025, Crimson Lotus Metallurgy stainless steel teapots. Yeah, I would. One of the first things that we did as a business, I was making my own Damascus steel tea knives. I don't think I have one around right here. And I could see myself getting back into that, but I don't really have the space at this new house to do as much of that stuff without changing a whole bunch of stuff. Green Tea and Good Vibes joining again. What's going on, man? Trevor North Soul for the join. Alex DeRockout, cool story. Local copper mine here was discovered in a neat way. Somebody in a wagon noticed after driving through the bog their wheels turned bright copper colored. Turns out there was a bunch of copper salts in the bog and it chemically plated onto the iron wheels. That's pretty fun. That's awesome. I had one of the first times I was acid etching the Damascus, I accidentally used a copper wire to hang the knife, the metal in, and then the copper got etched onto one of the two steels, and so it gave it like this beautiful little coppery essence, which I thought was amazing. And then I went to polish it down a little bit and just polished it right off because it was just a super thin surface, but it was a really gorgeous look for a very short time. Green Tea, Good Vibes. How you doing, bro? I'm a little sleepy. I am not used to morning live streams, at least not on a Saturday when I've been up late. I was up late playing some video games, so which I'm not. I just don't really do much anymore. But I kind of splurged because I worked pretty hard Thursday and Friday, so I was like, I need a little break. So that was a lot of fun. Secluded Drew, much love from Atlanta, sir. Hey, happy deep south to you too, man. I like Georgia. Happy holidays to you and yours. This clay cup is actually from clay mined in Lizella, Georgia. So, Green Tea and Good Vibes. What games? I had mentioned earlier, but I found out that my TV can do NVIDIA game streaming, so I can play whatever's on Steam without actually having a gaming PC, just by streaming it from the cloud, which is still amazing to me that it works. So Cyberpunk 2077, the new DLC, Phantom of Liberty, starting the game all over again and just kind of going through and just re-enjoying it. I really like that the large world created. I'm a huge cyberpunk fan, anyways, and just that whole Night City world is pretty awesome. So I've been working through that again, which I like. DCT lady, thank you for the join. Secluded Drew, what are you drinking in Atlanta this morning? I said I was gonna do one last steep of that, but I've done like 3 or 4. So clearly this tea is wanting to still go. But I'm gonna start switching over into some show. Ultra Magnus, you may need to give Cyberpunk a try again. I couldn't get into it. You couldn't get into it. It's exactly my jam. I loved it right from the beginning. What was it that you couldn't get into about it? Road trip. All right, let's switch to some show, guys. Here I will explain the issues again of pressing thin tees. So that's pretty thin, but it's not thin enough and it's not thick enough, right? So this is a gorgeous tea. It's a really nice tea. It's very nice to drink. It's just a little hard to break it off. And so what we were trying to do is the whole idea that we've been doing for a long time, and we still do, is just like settling on 200 grams. 200 grams seems to be a pretty nice sweet point for Western consumers to get into tea. It's a 200 gram cake, it's a 200 gram whatever. It's just like it's a good sweet spot. Most bricks in China are 250 grams, and now I know why. Because at this size, 200 grams is just a little bit too thin. You just need like that extra little, like 50 grams to make it so it's easy to actually open up. So that's one lesson that we learned the hard way back in also from 2018. So I'll show you how I actually open these up if you need some tricks. The real idea for most having a good tea knife, but the real idea for most bricks is you just want to just try and get a crack line going like right down the center, and it's doable. It's just shou pu'er in general is a little bit more heavily compressed. Let's see if I can show how this works without stabbing myself. There we go. See how I kind of like worked a crack line down that edge. If you can get a crack line like going like that all the way around, it's much easier on 250 grams. You can actually split it in half, and then if you split that in half, it's like easy to just kind of just snap it. But there we go. We're not going to need much, so we're going to go with shooting for an 8 gram chunk. See how close I get. Okay. Well, the first chunk that I pulled is actually going to be way too big. I know that already. So let me work it down a little bit. Let me go ahead and scale out. Ultra Magnus, it seemed clunky, not smooth playing. Something didn't flow with me. Not sure. You love those types of games. Maybe we'll throw it back in when you're done. Yeah, give it a try. I'd be curious to see what you think of it now. I think they made a lot of gameplay changes. I've noticed. Well, I mean, so the first time I played it was on a PS4, and it definitely wasn't the smoothest experience. And now I'm, playing it on who knows what, some NVIDIA rig and some server farm somewhere. I have no idea. Just to guess. All right, what's the guess? What's the guess on this brick weight right here? There we go. This little chunk right here. I'm gonna say, because this stuff is super compressed. It's super dense. I'm gonna say this is above 10. Let me see. Ronnie Groppler and Gabriella Aureliano. Ultra Magnus says 9 grams. Anyone else got some guess about this before I actually weigh it? I'm just gonna say it's 10. I'm gonna say it's 10, and I'm shooting for 8, but I'm gonna say 10. Any other guesses? Any other guesses? Trent Clifton says 8 grams. 13.5. I told you this stuff is misleadingly dense. That would have been way too much. 13.5. Actually, it would have probably been just as fine. It would have been tasty, but yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go with this. So, this is 8.7. That looks so small. That's 8. That's 8.7 right there. We're gonna go with that. And yeah. I know it's more fun to kind of like eyeball teas and things, but sometimes I like to use the scale, see how close I come. And I was way off. Okay, super long last steep of this. Try not to sneeze. After this, I got packages to pack, guys. Ultra Magnus bought a new teapot last night, y'all. He's up in his teapot game with a really gorgeous Sheng flower teapot. Cherry blossom teapot, excuse me. Super cute. I need a little extra stand so that I can have these teapots stacked up so that they're actually visible on the stream. That would be awesome. I should be able to do something like that. I should be able to rig up something like that. Let's see if that's enough. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's kind of blocking that view there. Cute. Close enough. Close enough. Right. I need to drink some tea. No tea pets. Yeah. Don't have many. If I find one, I'll toss in for you, though. All right. Last steep. Last drink. That Hawkeye was perfect. Love that little session. Nice. Okay, all right. Let's get this show going. Gonna be brewing in this gorgeous Sheng clay Gaiwan, white clay, 20 plus years old. This clay was mined a long time ago, and you cannot get this exact clay anymore. This is legit old school Sheng Wanyao village white clay, mined directly below the actual village itself, which can't mine anymore because too many people are there. Love the glaze dip. What glaze? This is you've been loving the Crimson Lotus teapot. You picked up at the Northwest Tea Festival. Nice. Hey Sean, what's going on? This is not glaze. This is a highly polished pure white clay. So gorgeous look, gorgeous texture, no glaze. London Yolankan Society. I don't know what that means. That's awesome. Excuse me. Thank you for joining us. Alex D. Rockhound. Let me swap out my filters here. Let's use another Sheng filter. I like this one a lot. It was not made very well, but I like it. These filters, they're just super simple filters. They just poke a bunch of holes through there. It's nice. This kind of has like a lotus leaf look to it. I tried to get the lady to make more of these, but she just wasn't down for it. I like the look. It's these ones actually aren't that hard to make. It's just I don't know. She just wasn't into it. Anyways, they didn't do a really good job when they made the filters on the bottom, and they just holes just kind of poke through. Anyways, whichever you have up by the camera. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, this is a. You're right. There actually is a scratch of glaze on this one right here. A dip and a dip. You're right. This is a made by Mark Moeller, Sanguine Teapots on Instagram, and he puts those. He sells those or sold those. He was he made that one when he was in Seattle. which was a while ago now. So I've got my 8.8 gram chunk. Actually, I should probably break this up just to scratch it. Alex says that town will have some serious subsidence issues in the next 50 years if they were mining underground below the town. Yeah, that's the reason why, like 20 years ago, they were like, hey, we need to stop mining under the town. Now they generally get stuff more from certain other areas. And I think it wasn't, I don't think they do, for the clay, I don't think they do as much like underground mining. I think a lot of it is like just kind of whatever it would be called for surface extraction. This pot is 120-ish, I think. I could have measured it a minute ago, but a little bit larger. This is our tall Shipiao style, which I like because it's got a nice big wide, got a big mouth. The one that you picked up is actually really nice. It's got a nice big mouth for packing the leaves in. Open pit mining. Yeah, Alex. As far as I know, I think most of the clay that I've seen extracted in China is more open pit style. So I just imagined they just didn't want that in what they were trying to grow into more of like an urban setting, which is sad because I mean, you know, historically you had this town, Zhenchui, which was here, then you had this village, which was like, you know, a mile outside of like the town center, and that was their industrial clay area, and that's where they got all the clay stuff done. So it's literally like a mile out of town, but now Zhenchui's grown so big that like Wanya village has been sucked up into Zhenchui town, and they just don't want I don't know why. They want to put up fancy condos and stuff. They don't want open clay pit mining there anymore. One mental note after the first, we will be talking about that pot. Yeah, man, let me know. Let me know. Hit me up. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm not that far away. Alex, that makes sense? Yeah, it does. It makes sense. And they've certainly shifted away in Zhenchui from more of the industrial side of clay into more in the industrial uses for clay and more of the specialized pu'er style stuff, which is really fascinating because, you know, in the past, I mean, they made so much stuff, just super simple like bowls and tiles and just really basic stuff, and then they were paid like nothing for them. And then the fact that they can now put some craft and time and experience and expertise into a teaware that then they can pay for, get tons more money out of. It's been an incredible benefit to the town. And Zhenchui clay is legit, man. It does not get as much cred on the global tea scene because I mean, Yixing's just been in the game for a lot longer, and you know, Yixing is king. But I love Zhenchui, man. Alex, you rockin'. There's a few clay pits around your area that people use for ceramics. You could send you some from a local potter to play with. Yeah, dude. If you're down for that, I would grab some, make some little cups out of it and play around. I'd love messing around with that. Oh, the last deep that's just sheng was strong, baby. Right. So I'm going slow on getting the shou pu'er started. Takes a little bit for that chunk to really get open. Did a one wash, waited. Did a second wash, gonna wait a little bit more. Alex says you have to wait till spring. Too much snow. Yeah, I'm not in a hurry. Actually, I do have some clay here that I need to play around with already. I need to make some cups. See if I can get my friend to see if she wants to fire some stuff for me. I should build a little wheel. Little throwing wheel. All right, let's steep it. Let's steep it. It's showtime, boys. Girls, whoever's on the stream. There we go. Nice and slow. Pour it right on that chunk. Get it nice and open. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Hi, Bazinga. Don't have any teapots on your tea table, but the frog looks dope. Oh, my Toad King. Yeah, this is my buddy. He's been around for a long time. We've had him for a long time, and he's awesome. We did. Let's see, what was I gonna say? He's got a lot of brothers and sisters out there. We sold probably close to 100 of these. So there's people out there that have them. There's one local shop in Seattle that has it. Lizzie Kate Teas in Kirkland has one. And it's a public teapot, so it sits on the table. Anybody can pour whatever they want over him. But he's not gotten much love. And I had a tea tasting there a couple weeks ago, and I brought my guy with my buddy, my Toad King, set them side by side, and theirs looked like he hadn't even had anything, and mine just looked like he's just like a super lush and just drinks tea like 24 hours a day. It was pretty funny. Hunter Ritchie, Jehu Islas, thanks for joining us. Ultra Magnus, steal him for me. I'll make it worth your while. I wish I could. I do maybe have one more in China. I will see what I can do. I think I remembered seeing one box that didn't get inventoried. Switching up cups. Okay. Sometimes I like using this little cup for show. So this is a cup that's made near Jianshui in another pottery town called Huaning. Huaning, they do a lot of glaze work, and clearly this was it's a busted cup. It's busted on the bottom, it's busted on the back, but it's got a nice little white, pretty simple little clay cup, and it got over roasted in the kiln, and it's all bumpy and textury, but love this little one. Hi, Bazinga, sounds like a play date. Thoughts on Ruyao? No, there's some awesome Ruyao stuff. I just don't have easy direct access to people who work in Ruyao, so I spend a lot of our time in Jianshui. But there's some awesome Ruyao stuff on there. I'd love to. I don't know. Maybe next year I should go to China a little bit earlier than we normally do. Go by myself, get around, do some other stuff, see some other places. It's getting a little trickier to do that now because we're traveling so much with the kids. But if I left my wife here alone with the kids and I traveled all by myself, I just don't really want to. I just don't really want to do that to her because that would be she works a full-time job, and but I think honestly that might work out well. I'd love to spend a couple weeks in Jianjiang, Fujian, and really dig into the Fujian scene. That would be amazing. Yeah, but I'll have to see. Let's see if I can work it. Sean Fisher with a random question. Best album you've heard lately? Best album I've heard lately? I am not the one to ask. My relationship with music is probably a lot different than people that are really into appreciating music. I don't use music that way. I like sometimes having music in the background, but I don't really care what it is. So for example, like right now, I've got a Twitch live stream called Chillhop Radio. I have no idea who the artist is for these specific ones, but it's nice. It's in the background. It's mellow. It's very enjoyable. I don't really sit down and listen to albums. Occasionally I do. Last album I listened to a couple weeks ago was Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill, probably. I don't know if that dates me. I do when I'm working. I find it really a lot of music distracts me when I'm working, and I find it really hard to concentrate. But some live streams that I've been pulling up lately to help when I'm really in the working mood is like dark synthwave style cyberpunk-ish music seems to just do it with me. Sean Fisher, fair answer. Thanks. I appreciate that. I get a little stressed when people ask me about what music I've been listening to, because I grew up with a lot of people that were far more into music than I was, and I just have like these visions of being judged for what I listen to. So, but I think I've gotten over it. It's just a tiny peak of stress, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. Ibazinga says, if you like bluegrass, Billy String released a new album a couple months ago, Highway Prayers or something. Great tracks. I'll check it out. I'll make a note on that. I always like to get suggestions on interesting new stuff to listen to. Yeah, I'm trying to think because I don't know. I just I was never really into like the Beastie Boys when they were popular, but now that I'm older, I'm just like, man, they were just so awesome. So I've been listening to a lot of Beastie Boys lately. The Girl Travels Here joined in Lochin Tea. Thanks for joining. What are you? Is that Rajiv? Is that you, bud? What are you drinking today, man? Alex the Rock Count, likewise, not interested in music. Well, I enjoy music, and I've got a lot of amazing friends that are incredibly musically talented. It was funny, like growing up in Seattle, I kind of felt like I was the only one who wasn't musically inclined, because all of my friends are just incredible musicians, and just sit down and have these just crazy impromptu wild jam sessions. I'm like, man, that's just amazing. I can't even figure out how to keep a beat, but I got really good at carrying heavy band equipment, so that was my Band-Aid for life. That was me. Anyways, I do appreciate good music. I love listening to live music. Anyway, and Seattle's a decent city for that. Last live show I saw was probably a while ago. Digitalism, I think they're European, British, German, industrial, techno-ish, cyberpunkish style music. I like Digitalism a lot. I don't even have any music on my phone, guys. That's if that says anything. I don't even listen on my phone. Just if I can find, if I'm gonna listen to music, I just throw up some stream of something I find. I'm a big fan of the Chillhop stream. It works really great for tea tastings. It's what I've got going right now. It's not even that loud. It's just got a nice little mellow vibe. It just seems like perfect tea drinking music. I get a big kick out of it. What is that? Alex says, funny when I mention people practically act like they're offended. Yeah, it is. People get really serious about music, and that's awesome. And yeah, I get some similar reactions when people ask me questions about music, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm listening to. And yeah, you're right. Sometimes people can kind of get, I'm not really offended, but it's just maybe it's hard for them to understand if music's like super important to them. I don't know. I've had the same types of conversations 1,000 times. Jared, you think Alex doesn't like Christmas? Alex is like 5% Grinch. I'm gonna let you know. He's got a little Grinch in him. Oh man. Is anyone excited for Christmas? Anyone gonna do anything fun or exciting? I'm looking forward to a little post-Christmas. It's not really camping. It's kind of like Airbnb style cabin, but it'll be down off the big river that separates Washington and Oregon, which of course right in the moment I can't think of what it's called. Yeah, might let the kids get out, play in some snow. It'll be with some friends and some of Lamo's Asian family friends in the area, which are some cool peoples. Alex says Halloween's your favorite holiday. Christmas is definitely a second favorite. I'm a big Christmas fan. I love it. I love all of it. I love the Christmas songs. I love the Christmas cheer, the traditions. Excited this afternoon. We're gonna go pick a tree with my kids. I love it. We go out and cut down our own tree. We're thankfully surrounded by tons of forest. Actually, you can actually go and cut. You have to. Get a permit or whatever from the state. But yeah, you can go head up on the mountains, cut your own tree if you really want to. But generally, we'll go to like a little farm, Christmas tree farm. Kids get to take a picture with Santa, stuff like that. Ibazinga, first year you're not hosting Christmas or New Year's Eve, so you'll be so you won't be stressing about preparations. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice sometimes. Are you gonna go to somebody else's place and let them stress about all that stuff? Alex, you usually cut a tree if the snow isn't too bad. Like some of my earliest memories are hiking through the forest with my family and a saw and just looking for a tree to cut. And so I definitely want to keep doing that with the kids. And there's so many awesome Christmas tree farms around here that have hot cider and cocoa and little sleigh rides for the kids, and it's just a ton of fun. There's no snow here right now, but it's just feels Christmassy. And I've been trying to get the kids into radios and walkie-talkies and stuff, and so I give the kids little walkie-talkies and have them like message me if they find like a cool tree, and so that's been kind of fun, so that I can talk to them on my little radio, and they get a big kick out of that. Christmas at your sister-in-law's and New Year Eve at your parents'. Nice, man. That's good. It helps to it really helps sometimes to just kind of take a holiday season off and let other people do the planning. Fallen snow. Thanks for joining us. Talking about snow right now. Oh, this tea is so nice. Super smooth show. This is a really bud heavy blend. It's got a little bit of that. It's much darker than the tea we had yesterday. Much darker than Lucky Cloud. I mean, you can see a little bit through there, but look at that. It's got some color, man. Right. Again, I'll toss this out there. This tea is 10% off on the site right now. Additionally, 10% off. So everything's 15% off. Automatically 10% off more if you use the code livestream. Grab a cake of Road Trip for an extra discount. And if you manage to get your order up to $150 or more, throw in a whole cake of our White Christmas white tea, which is awesome. Yeah, somebody put in an order yesterday, and they're like, I never thought I'd be able to get my order above $150, but it was actually much easier than I thought. I was like, yay, that's awesome. That's great. More tea. And then our game night blend, not even a blend, it's not a game night blend, it's our game night concept product. Very excited about that. I gotta do a whole game night stream. Clearly the cakes have been just pressed right now. I don't have the cakes here, but let me show off. Let me show off a little bit because I'm super excited about this. One sec, let me pull it up. I gotta grab it and download it. So the really cool thing about the game night bags, or the game night, it's 3 different cakes, 300-gram cakes, each in their own resealable plastic. But we're having a custom cinch style coin purse bag of holdings to hold all 3 cakes in, which I'm really excited about. So when you buy the 3 cakes, you actually get them in a little in a custom bag. Now, where did I put that picture? Let me check this out. So this is just the, we're gonna change things up just a little bit, but yeah, look at that, there you go. Custom little bag of holding. the game night logo. This is going to be bigger. The string is going to be red, but you've got all 3 cakes. Look at that. All 3 cakes stuck inside of there. So you will get a free bag with your game night cakes, which is awesome. Gong Fu for me. What are we drinking? So we started off with Daydream. Had a really great session with Daydream, our sheng pu'er from 2018. Now we're switching to we switched a little bit ago to Road Trip. Shou pu'er brick right here, and I'm 4 or 5 steeps in, and it's just lovely. It's lovely. Are you going food for me? Are you drinking anything today? Let's see. After this, I got to pack some orders. The kids are playing at the park. Bring the kids back. Throw them in the car. Take them to find a Christmas tree. Let's go get some pictures taken with Santa. Super nice. This one has a really nice little slightly nutty essence. Like a marzipanish, almondy kind of thing. It's nice. Super smooth. This is nice. Good color. Whew. Bazinga, leaving the stream for today. Enjoy your day. Hey, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. It's awesome, and thank you for commenting and enjoying the conversation. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Jake Baldwin, when do you think the game night pre-orders will begin to ship? That's a really good question. I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping within a week. So the catch was getting those bags finished. The bags took us just a little bit longer to get done than we thought. We had some issues working with the bag, people making the bags, and so the cakes are done. The cakes are basically done, and the cakes are done and pressed. The cakes are pressed. They're dried. They're wrapped. They're ready to go. We're just waiting on the bags, and so I'm hoping within a week. But that's kind of where we're at with that. Ultra Magnus, talk to you later. Thanks, man. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day too. Going for me. Oh, the weather is perfect for OG Dark Depths. Yeah, dude. I'm glad you got some of that. T Choir, thank you for the join. Yeah, Jake, that's the answer. I'm hoping within a week. So, the bags are custom embroidered, and the bags are all hand sewn. Well, not hand sewn. I mean, they're using machines and stuff, but they're constructed by hand, and it just takes a little. They're not made, you know. So we're having them custom made. So it's just taking a little bit extra time. So I'm hoping within a week, but it might be a little bit more than that. Gushu Studios with the join. What is going on? So Gushu Studios, I'm sitting here drinking out of a Mark Moeller teapot, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to get some Gushu Studios teaware in. So let me know the next time you got some fun stuff. You're making pots? Are you in the studio right now making teaware, or are you making marijuana? What are you making? You're making pot. That's all I see. Yeah, I want to get some fun Gushu Studios teaware on my table. I would absolutely love that. I've been thinking that for a while, but haven't had a chance to bring one up with you. Let me know the next time you got some fun stuff. Totally down for expanding my massive collection of teaware. Gong Fu for me, the tea soup after 5 steeps. Yeah, dude, that's the OG Dark Depths. And it's funny because the OG Dark Depths It's not even the OOG. The OG Dark Depths is a tribute to the original Dark Depths, which I was not able to buy, but blew my mind how amazing and thick and chunky and dark it was. So the OG Dark Depths is a tribute to the OOG, which was never, I slept on it. I slept on it a little too long. Was not able to buy the OOG Dark Depths. So when I got the Dark Depths, it's as close as I could come to the original. And it's super awesome. It is very, 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 very good stuff. So thick and juicy and chunky. Questions? Yeah, Gung Fu for me. I've only mentioned that like once or twice. Like that's what put me on the whole Dark Depths vibe, was just like drinking this one tea in Munghai that was just thick and juicy and rich and like motor oil, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's where it's like drinking that, it was just like everything was just like flying through my brain. I'm like, I'll call it Dark Depths, and we'll put like a giant octopus sea monster on there. It'll be like squid ink. And then like the next day went back to that producer. I was like, yep, I need to buy that. He's like, nope, it's all gone. It's like, ooh. Learned that lesson really, really, really hard. And so I was like, man, the next time you put together anything that's even remotely similar to this, just hit me up and let me know. And then it was the next year when he did, and it was like, it's like 95% there, but like that OOG. That's it. That's the story, man. All these teas have good stories. Green tea and good vibes. It was the greatest show in the world. It's just a tribute. That's kind of the way I think about it. It's pretty funny. It's just a tribute. Just a tribute. No one else will ever get to try the OOG. It's just sticks right here. My memory of that one session I had with it. Chasing that dark tea dragon. Literally ever since. So I do have some more of the OG cakes here, and I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out quickly because I want to figure it out before Christmas. So I'm going to try and see what I can do. I'm going to reach out to everybody who lost a cake in the 519 order, and I'm going to let them rebuy it at the original price. They've already been reimbursed for it. I'm going to let them rebuy it at the original price if they want, and then it's maybe only like 10 cakes, the 2018 Dark Depths. Put them on the site for more money. Try and see if I can recoup a little bit of the massive amounts of money we lost when that shipment was disappeared. And I wish that the package had disappeared somewhere between China and the U.S. because then I could imagine in my head the story is that got attacked. Some boat got attacked by some sea monster who reclaimed those cakes and brought them back down to the bottom. But the fact that they got lost in New Jersey, it's like a little extra knife in the heart. It's just like, really? Like it made it all the way, cleared customs, and then it just got like lost in New Jersey? Like what? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Rant about still staring at your cart. Well, are you looking for sheng? You looking for shou? You looking for some teaware? There's a lot of people on the stream right now that would be more than happy to give some suggestions to you if you're looking at something. If you want something for a little bit of an extra discount, the teas that we're drinking right now are available for an additional 10% off. That's Road Trip and Daydream. You can use the code LIVESTREAM, all one word, all caps. Livestream. You can get an additional 10% off these cakes, which are already 15% off. So if you want to toss in a little something extra nice, brick of Road Trip, cake of Daydream, might be interesting. Interesting options. So chill. Loving this. Gung Fu, for me, you lost 3 or 5 Dark Depth cakes that I ordered. Can you check my order, please, from back then? Yeah, PM me afterwards, and I will. I'll look through. I will check it out. PM me afterwards. I will verify your claim. Green tea and good vibes. Buy it all. Banana bread cloud show ASAP. Banana bread's a nice vibe. A nice show vibe for sure. Alex DeRocca, the Mafia clearly stole my tea. Something, man. I don't know. Like I was I don't even want to think about it. The most frustrating thing, because I've been fairly good at being able to figure out what happens to packages once they're actually in the U.S. But that was the hardest pill to swallow. Like the tea actually making it onto the mainland of the U.S. and then disappearing. Like if stuff disappears in China, it's just like, all right, well that's just how China works. But like once it's actually like on native soil, I'm just like, man, it just hurts just a little bit more. My only wish is that somebody's actually enjoying it, and I think that's a real long shot. I don't know. I'm sure it's just dumped in some New Jersey dump somewhere. It kills me. I think about that far more often than I should. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. This tea though, guys, this tea's awesome. Rants about, haven't heard back. Do you need help stuffing your cart, or do you need help deciding what should and should not be in your cart? Let me know. Gushu Studios, you lost a huge 519 order. Was that from us or from somebody else? I mean, because we reimbursed everybody, all 519 orders that were lost. We eventually paid everybody back. It was a tough call to make, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Such a terrible day. But it's now just the lore, in the deep history of tea history. Not from us. It was a lot of companies. Yeah, there were. Every tea company that I reached out to also had the same thing. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it wasn't just tea companies. I'm sure it was everything. But a lot of tea was gone. C Dace 90, thanks for joining us. Gushu Studios, check this out. This is a necklace made from Zheng clay. Pretty fun little thing. Super easy for them to make, but I really like these. We also sell little teapot necklaces. It's something extra that you could add to your site. Fun clay jewelries. I like it. Keeps clay close to my heart. All right, I think I'm gonna do one last big, super fat steep of this tea, and then I do have some orders to pack. People want their orders, man. They don't want to wait. They're ready to go. Got to pack some orders. I got to finish drinking this tea. I got to pack some orders. I got to take the kids. Out for Christmas tree. And take the kids out for some Christmas trees. Got to find a good one, and then got to find out where to put it. That's always the challenge. I don't. Before, this whole area was filled with wild array of kids' toys, which you conveniently can't see because I have built my tea corner into the living room. This is where we host tea. The rest of it is all kid toys. It's hard to find a place to stick a Christmas tree, but I think we'll be able to figure it out. Got some ideas. I think we can have to do something over in the corner over there. Going full for me, appreciate the live streams. Well, I appreciate people tuning into the live streams because then it makes it more fun to do it, and having people actually like have a conversation with me while I'm drinking tea is amazing. It's like I'm actually having tea with people in person. It makes things nice. I like the idea of running a physical tea shop and doing more actual tastings, but the reality of that is a little bit harder to work out. So instead of only having a handful of tea with like 1 or 2 people a day, I can have live streams with tons of people at the same time. I think it works great. I enjoy it. What a world we live in that we can all sit down and have tea together. Exactly, Gong Fu for me, community. I love it. The tea community is one of the online tea community is one of the best parts about about this business. Honestly, I really enjoy it. The online tea community is pretty incredible. I'm blessed to be able to be part of it for sure. All right, last steep. Yeah, those little holes are already all full up. It's all good. All good. So what did we get? 7 steeps? 8 steeps? Where are we at on this? It's still got some good color. It's starting to fade just a little bit, but road trip, baby. A little bit for the peanuts. If you're looking for a little something extra to add to your cart, guys, peanut tea pets are hilarious. I get them. I get a great amount of joy of having this little pile of peanut. I'm very easily amused. I'm very easily amused. DD Delicious One, thank you for joining us. Yes, I'm very easily amused, and having peanut tea pets absolutely amuses me. I just get a kick out of having them there. Rants about debating to sample all the years available for Honey Bomb and Beneath an Emerald Sea, or just commit to 1 cake per year. I really like to encourage people to cake when possible. I think there's something extra special about having a cake that is a special and unique experience itself. To have something that's the same thing pressed at the same time, and it's something that you can have an experience on for 20 or more sessions. And I think it offers more value than a handful of samples. Samples, I think people put a little bit too much importance on samples. There's absolutely a role for samples, but I've noticed the same thing. When I get a bunch of samples in, I'm not as excited about as if I get like a cake, because like the cake seems like it's like a finite thing. It's like I have it and I'm going to it's like the difference between reading a book or reading through a book and like reading like a snippet from a book. I would encourage you to think about making the choice to get an actual cake. And I can make it a little bit easier because Honey Bomb is almost identical year to year to year. I don't think you're really going to taste much difference between 2020, 2022, and 2024. Jingmai, it's a really reliable leaf. It's a really reliably produced. Whichever year you pick, you're going to enjoy it. Clearly, Beneath an Emerald Sea is a little bit more expensive, so that's a little bit more of an investment. But the Beneath an Emerald Sea is also just a really delicious one. So if you're on the fence, just pick whichever of the 3 years you want for Honey Bomb and go for that. I think they're all still the same price right now. So just grab the 2020. Grab the 2020 Honey Bomb. That's it. Sean Fisher says, watch out for Beneath an Emerald Sea. Gushu Suyo says, cake is a sample. Cake is a sample, and that's the way I look at it. Cake is a sample. It's I'll drink to that. But rants about, if you have any other questions about cakes or anything like that, or choosing what you need, hit me up on Instagram or shoot me an email, and I'll reply as quickly as I can. I'm about to close out this stream here, y'all. I got a lot of work to do. A lot of people waiting on their tea packages, and I had hoped that we would have White Christmas in Seattle by now, but we don't. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for the people who have bought more than $150 worth of tea, and it's from Seattle, because I don't have cakes of White Christmas to send them yet. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's just technical problem. It's no big deal. But yeah, so if you are purchasing tea, make sure you get your order above 150 bucks, because a free cake of white tea, White Christmas, is pretty worth it. Nice. Anyways, awesome. Guys, I really appreciate this. I think I'm going to try and do, like I said, I'm going to try and do a live stream tea every day during the sale. Oh, Gucci Studio. So I was trying to do, like we had talked about in the stream the other day, I was trying to do little cute and quick special discounts during the live stream only. So the teas that I'm drinking right now, Road Trip and Daydream, are an additional 10% off with the code livestream at checkout. So if people are curious about that, they want to toss on an extra cake, you can get an additional 10% off of Daydream or Road Trip for with the code livestream. So it's a pretty significant deal since everything's already 15% off. So hope people enjoy that. So, but it's only during only when the live stream's actually up. Maybe I can wait a couple minutes in case there's anybody hesitating. Anyways, this was awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and enjoying the live stream. Hit me up if you have any questions about tea. If you don't know what to order, pretty easy to get a hold of. Email crimsonlotustea@gmail.com or on Instagram. So, cool, awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. I'll probably see you. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow night. Maybe I'll do a Sunday night live stream. Anyways, thanks, guys. Have a good one.